Hey critics, and welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. I'm your host, Patricia Hartley. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. It's Thursday, February the 12th, 2026. Hey critics, it's time to chronicle. Today, we're going to take a critical review of Today with Jenna and Sheinelle's February 12th episode. The show, y'all, I feel like the show flowed today. I feel like the ladies, they basically just kind of getting in tune with each other right from the start. I feel like Jenna noticed that the chairs were off and Sheinelle's chair was basically lower than hers, but no worries. Production to the rescue. They had to come and basically fix it on the spot, which was hilarious to me. I don't know, to watch the transition, like a live show. I like live stuff. I told y'all I like live music and live comedy. Like I like a lot of live things just because, it is what it is. So yeah, watching it live, I really did. Yeah, I like that. But once they fixed that, I was able to focus on the fits. Actually, I kind of focused a little bit on the fits before. But I got an even better look because then they was able to stand up and move out the way because then they had to actually put the chairs there. But Jenna wore a green pantsuit with the top that extended almost kind of past the hips. It kind of flared out a little bit as well. It was cute on her, but although, you don't want to say something just in case, but I'm not a fan of capris or like the pants on Jenna for some reason. I like her in the dresses, like especially like a cute little short dress with like some leggings or like some high boots, some past the knee boots, thigh high boots. I think she looks good in dresses and like go-go girl boots. And yeah, every time I think of go-go girl, I think about my grandma, but them go-go girl boots. And while I am joking, sometimes Jenna do remind me of like Velma in like a modern Scooby-Doo kind of a way. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Overall, I basically like the fit. Sheinelle, she wore a long half light blue and like half like navy skirt for her entrance today. The top she had on was made like a sailor top. It was given like nautical darling, with some black pump. I think the pumps was black. And while I would not have put the skirt with the shirt, Sheinelle did rock it. But I will admit to you, like right off when she was coming out, like when they was walking out, into the first beginning of the show, I couldn't tell that I didn't feel like the skirt and the shirt went together. It was as the show went on, I was like, yeah, I wouldn't have put that skirt and shirt together. But it ain't what you wear, it's how you wear it. And I feel like Sheinelle, she know how to wear it. So good for that. When they did finally get into the table talk, they did talk about forever First Lady Michelle Obama and her IMO podcast that she has with her brother where they discuss settling down. And Michelle basically said that she encourages folks to take their time when they are serious and ready to settle down specifically, right? And another expert basically said you should be with someone for like maybe 4 seasons to ensure that they're a good fit, through like these different times in life. Seasons of love. Seasons of. Now I'm gonna go watch that movie. Like that's what I should have. That was just a moment. I'm having a moment, y'all. I'm having a moment, but let me get back to it. Additionally, the First Lady encouraged couples to travel together and kind of get a sense of the couple's home life before making a final decision. I think that's something fair to say. I'm also glad that they pulled from, the IMO podcast. Yeah. Additionally, they talked a little bit about Gen Z, and they say that the Gen Z teens are no longer interested in getting like their driver's license like they used to, according to a report. Now, I personally cannot relate because as I couldn't wait to get my driver's license, but I was also, y'all, I was young, couldn't like cutting the grass most of the time with like a riding lawnmower for the most part. Yeah. So I kind of got started with, well, that's not true. I actually got started when I used to drive my grandma around sometimes, and that probably was starting from the age of about maybe, I shouldn't tell y'all. And then I used to also drive my uncle around for reasons we're not going to talk about on air. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to them though, because if it wasn't for my grandma and my uncle, like I wouldn't be accustomed to driving like on the road like that. Yes, thank y'all, because I loved it. I didn't think nothing was wrong with it. My mama, She did not like that at all. Just know that I've been driving for a long time. And while we talking about driving, y'all should Carrie Richardson driving. Unfortunately. So I cannot talk. Let me stop. I'm just gonna leave it alone because I'm talking way too much about my business now. I'm talking way too much about the business. Anyway, the ladies also shared their first car experiences, but what set it off actually was the goodies, my goodies. That song came on by Sierra. Y'all, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, ladies, get it, get it. But basically there was a goodie bag that was flying from overhead, and no table was being set up for Sheinelle to dance on, which if y'all keep talking about this table and you don't put the table on there, I'm going to fly to New York and put the table on set my damn self. Okay, please get this woman a table to dance on. Okay, and that was the perfect time too. My goodies, not my goodies. Anyway, what the ladies had inside of the goodie bag was a few of their favorite things. And I guess it was some sort of a soft Lola blanket that Jenna recommended. She said it comes in several different colors and pillows to choose from. Sheinelle had some kind of a skin balm cleanser that she shared with the audience. And then, of course, Jenna had to try it on. Y'all know Jenna be just trying stuff, eating stuff, like tasting, facial cream. Be like, Jenna, get her. Somebody get her. Stop her now. Stop this girl. They had also a social dilemma segment, which was interesting. One of the stories was about a teacher who was interested in a mama, but her child was still like enrolled in the class with the teacher. And so the question was, should the mama allow the teacher to talk to her, even though it's her kid's teacher? And so what the ladies recommended was she should wait till the end of the year. It's February, so the end of the year will be coming soon when the student basically is not in the class anymore with the teacher, and then, yeah, make a move. Hopefully I didn't say that backwards. But anyway, it's the teacher, I think, that wanted to be with the parent, or maybe it was the parent and the parent knew it, but she didn't want to say yes because the child was in the class. Yeah, and that was the advice they gave. And I think that was some fair advice. I wouldn't know what to say, child. I wouldn't know what to say. I say it's a fine line. And always play hard to get, child. And always play hard to get, girl. Always. Anyway, Adrienne Bailon-Houghton. I don't know. I never know if I'm saying her last name right, but Adrienne Bailon. She's an Emmy-winning TV host, singer, and actor. What show was it it was The Real, right? The Real. It was her, Jeannie Mai, of course, Lonnie Love. Shout out to Lonnie Love. I actually met her twice. One time at this event called NACA, and another time when she actually performed at an institution I was working at the time. And so, yes, shout out to all of the girls that was on The Real. Yeah, all the talk shows. A lot of the talk shows are, they're not gonna be with us no more. I just heard about Sherri Shepherd being canceled, unfortunately. She's also now spoken out about it. She's not happy, but she ain't giving up either. So yeah, shout out and love going to Sherri Shepherd. She just got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. If you search the channel, you can find that here on the channel. I actually talked a little bit about it, but yeah, but Adrienne was basically on the show. She stopped by to talk about her new romantic comedy called Chef's Kiss. It's on Roku right now. In the film, Adrienne plays a marketing executive who travels to Tuscany and finds herself in an unexpected romance. She has not been in a movie, she said, in 13 years. And guess what the last movie she was in? It was I'm in Love with a Church Girl. The one that she did with Ja Rule. Well, would I be without a problem? Because Ja right now got a lot of problems. Ja, what's going on? What is going Y'all, I don't know what. Ja, what is going on? I still ain't got over that concert or festival that was supposed to happen. And then people was taking pictures. It was like cups on the ground, nowhere to go to the bathroom. It was crazy. It was crazy, right? Now you on the plane, getting into it. Oh, let me get into what I'm supposed to be getting into denying the fact that you got jumped. Ja, what is going on? What is going on? Let me get back to what I want to talk about, which is the romantic comedies. There's some good. I think that there's some good romantic comedies out right now. Relationship Goals with Kelly Rowland and Method Man. Oh, and y'all, I hope that Method Man continues down the acting street that he is on. I feel like it fits him perfectly. Also, Kelly Rowland, I think you're doing a fantastic job when it comes to acting as well. You was just in this movie. You was also in Mia Culpa as well, the one that Tyler Perry did. So yes, so y'all keep it going. I like it. And if I managed Method Man, I would be sending his reel in for major movie roles right now. Definitely. We gonna try it out. I don't care what nobody say. We just need more leading black men and women in the movies. I saw something where, like, I think it was Kelly Rowland actually who was talking about some of her favorite movies. And y'all I got a thing for romantic comedies, no matter the target audience. I'm just cheesy like that. You know what I'm saying? But when I say we need more black romantic comedies, I mean movies similar to like Brown Sugar, Love Don't Cost a Thing, you know, The Best Man, The Boomerangs, The Photograph, anything with Queen Latifah and somebody's son. You know what I'm saying? Like them kind of movies. We need them more of them kind of movies. I still got a groove back. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite. Perfect Holiday. Yes, all of the things. Congratulations goes out, excuse me, to Adrienne Bailon and of course her husband Israel. They just made history at the Grammys, winning for an all Spanish contemporary Christian music album. Also, come to find out that Sheinelle and Adrienne actually met through her mom before she met her. And I guess Sheinelle and her family were out at some theme related family park out in, I don't know if it was like New Jersey, somewhere up north, child. And I think Adrienne's mom seen Sheinelle, came up to her and basically, you know, like poured into her, gave her some words of wisdom, telling her she was going to be blessed, like all of the things and yada yada. And then next thing you know, the mom says, okay, let me introduce you to my daughter. And it just so happened to be Adrienne. So that's how they actually met. So, yeah. I was glad to see Adrienne Bailon on the show. And I will say that I like her. I used to watch her YouTube channel that she had, All Things Adrienne, where she still does some posts on some of it's like All Things Adrienne, and then it's like another channel she got as well. But yeah, shout out to Adrienne. Congratulations to you and the family. Okay. The ladies also talked Galentine's gifts and winter gear. Aubrey's ski style was also highlighted with the Snapchat's global head of fashion and beauty, Rajni Jacques. She talked mixing textures and also creating a look that mixes character and chic. And while I know that they are selling the winter looks, I would suggest some more like bomber jackets and heavy material that gives more warm and cozy, because some of that stuff gives the impression that I still need to add more layers. Like I need another coat, like a trench coat maybe, because it looks cold. Either way, though, y'all, the clothes they looked good. Yeah. Chef and TV personality Jordan Andina, he was also there making a romantic pistachio penne pasta dish that he talks about. And he also says that pistachio is an aphrodisiac. Did y'all know that? I had no idea. Listen, I think the ladies were surprised too. I know Sheinelle was, y'all. First, making your paste. He started off, y'all, by making. I'm not making this sound good at all. First, he was making his paste for the pasta. He did one of the machines where you like post stuff inside of it, and then you like one of them. Can't think of what it's called right now. Is it a blend? It's not a blend. Is it a blender? It's like a blender. Yeah, you know. Next, he put the meat together, then of course the pasta, mixed all the ingredients together to make it like a complete meal. So yeah, it looked like it was a good meal. Of course, Sheinelle, by the time they got close to the end, she made sure she started tasting the dish because she wanted to see what it tastes like, and she looked like she really enjoyed it. Pasta dishes are typically simple and one of my favorite go-tos when I'm lazy. I got one of the most consistent recipes I actually use is from Martha Stewart. And I say actually use because I've tried a lot of different recipes, but sometimes I'm literally just trying the recipe. But she got like this one pot pasta dish that only requires like a few ingredients, like a handful or maybe 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not many, like dried pasta, which is the spaghetti style pasta. Then you have the cherry tomatoes, the onions, the spinach, the garlic. You got some salt, pepper, some olive oil, and it takes like 20 minutes. All the ingredients together in the pot. You don't got to boil the water somewhere else. So, yeah, I've tried a lot of recipes, but hardly ever do I really like keep a recipe. She also got this chocolate cake that I also make as well. That is really, really good. That I also have consistently made. I probably made it like maybe 8, 9 times, And I just learned how to make it maybe, well, I guess not just, but like within the last 3, 4 years. Yeah, anyway, maybe that ain't as many as I thought. Now that I think about it, maybe it ain't a lot. Anyway, and for the dessert on the show, they had like red velvet tiramisu. He said tiramisu is really easy to make. You can also make it like the day before. I've never made tiramisu before, but it's also not one of my favorite like desserts. Yeah. Moving right along. For the Olympic game today, it was a game called Hamper Scamper. Cheesy, cheesy. But y'all know I kind of like cheesy a little bit. The ladies did not follow no directions, child. They did not follow no directions. Like the poll producer in the middle of it, he said, no, no, no. But they was basically given, each of them was like given an assortment of clothes that they were supposed to sort out in these 3 different baskets. And the baskets was labeled in front of them. They were supposed to, from the table that they were on, throw the piece of clothing in the basket. But what happened was each of them just didn't know what to do. Sheinelle ended up like taking her clothes and pushing them all off, I guess, to the floor. I don't know what she was going to do, just kind of pull them up and just kind of throw them in the basket maybe. And then I don't know what Jenna was doing. I think she had maybe 3 or 4 of them. And then it looked like she was trying to throw them like 3 or 4 things in it at once, and the producer again was just kind of like, no, 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 but they never stopped the clock and started over. So what ended up happening was Sheinelle took home the gold for her ambition, and that's what I'll say about that. Whew. I also want to close out today by sharing the top 4 books from Jenna's book club that I would recommend that would be a great read for Black History Month. Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye, Cursed Daughters by Oyinkan Braithwaite, and then Black Buck by Mateo Ascaripour, and How to Say Babylon by Sophia Sinclair. All of those are available via Libby, which is a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. As a reminder, here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today and to read all of Jenna's book club recommendations. For access to full YouTube episodes of Jenna and Sheinelle, check out the show notes in the description box. We are hosting Blogmas in honor of Black History Month, and we'll release a video every day in the month of February 2026. We are also using this as a kickoff to 1,000 subscribers, so tell a critic of a critic to subscribe, baby, baby. Also, be sure to subscribe to our backup channel, Hey Critics, also linked in the show notes. Thanks again for tuning in to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel, where you get commentary, reviews, and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.